So I thought I'd take a second and post a walleye fishing report for the Detroit River. It's March 30th, and for a Saturday, it's kind of a ghost town out here because still a little cold. Water temps 35 or 36 instead of that 39, 40 that really brings all the walleye in. So there are walleye here. Walleye are being caught. Walleye and I have caught eight, and probably lost a few. You know how that works. But I thought I would kind of go over a little bit about what is working and what I've seen people doing that's been working. So the depth, you're probably wondering about depth. Water clarity's pretty good. It's kind of that stain color that you want it to be, where you can just barely see your prop. So water clarity's good. We've had a east wind because we had rain all morning up until about 2 o'clock. Light rain, just drizzle, nothing that's going to make it real muddy over the next couple of days. But just nice stained watercolor. We've been going along. Launched at Erie Metro Park. Probably about 20 boats, 20 trucks in the parking lot. We've seen probably about 50 boats, 60 boats out here on a Saturday, which is just crazy. I thought there'd be a lot more, but I think the weather kind of spooked them up. So the magic depth for us has been 16 to 18 feet. We've seen people in the shallower water, no nets moving. We've seen people in deep water. We tried deep water. We tried shallow water. We've tried everything just so we would get a real good feel. And all of our fish, 8 of them, have come in 16 to 18 feet. As soon as you get out of that, it's like it's a ghost town, right? So I want to talk a little bit about some colors that have been working. And it's not just for me, but maybe you can see this color, maybe you can't. But this is a dark purple on top, so the dark purple back on it, and then it's got the light belly, but it's still got some purple in that, and with a blue, glitter, flake, blue flake. So it's a dark day, meaning it's overcast, cloudy all day. So one of the rules of thumb you use is dark day, dark colors. And so this is a purple with kind of a real dark cream type belly with the blue flake. A lot of blues are working really good now. Blues are the ticket. On a bright day, when you got the sunshine and everything, man, that chartreuse will eat them alive, man. Yeah, that chartreuse is awesome. But let me show you a couple of the colors that we did well on today. I'm just taking this out. You can basically come here with just a couple colors, and there's so many of these local bait shops that got in to started making these soft plastics. And of course, when you get a fishing report from them, that's the hot color, right? But a lot of you might remember when spoons came out, fishing spoons. There was a red and white spoon, and then later on they came out with a black and white spoon, and those were deadly. And now, if you listen to the tackle companies up here, if you don't have the 45 colors, well, that's great. You got to buy those too, don't you? If you don't have the 45 colors for the colorblind fish, you're just not going to catch. But let me just give you an idea. Stinger hooks, obviously. I've been using these 3/4 and 1 ounce jigs. I like the ones that just lead. I don't even paint them, but it's got these little red eyes that I ordered online, and I glued them in with that Gorilla Glue. I just glued these eyes on. If you only stick them on there with the adhesive that comes with them, they'll fall off. You'll have red eyes all over your boat. So if you like this kind of thing, I happen to like it. It's got a little lure keeper on it too. I tie up a bunch of these in advance. Why? Because you're going to break off a zillion times out here. And so all I have to do is unwrap one of these and hook that leader right on my swivel, and I'm right back to fishing. So that's one of the things. I'm trying to get inside my box here. So I'll come back to you here in a second and show you some of the soft plastics that we use. All right. It took a miracle to get that open, but what I've got are some of the go-to colors for me. Now this, anybody who fishes this Detroit River a lot is going to tell you this. It's got the blue or green flake with the chartreuse belly. This is pretty deadly. And I think out of our 8, we probably caught 3, but had a couple other bites. But it's got the dark black with the green blue metal flake, sparkles up on top, and then the chartreuse, a couple flakes in there. But here's the one. You ready? This is the one today under these conditions. You got the dark blue with the glitter, and then kind of a green. It's approaching chartreuse, but man, that dark blue with the glitter in there. Wow. And it's been great. This is nothing spectacular. This isn't, I'm not sponsored by any, but I do like this purple with the yellow or chartreuse color as well. And you can see what's on my pole. That's sort of a giveaway too, huh? Here's the one, that's the last one I just caught my last 3 or 4 fish on, so I haven't swished, but that purple with the cream belly and then the blue metal flake. But purple's really good. If you troll on Lake Erie for walleye, you already know purple, all the different shades of purple are big time for walleye. So that was my rationale for going with purple. Look at all these Facebook fishing reports. You don't see a lot of things where, people talking about purple. Now either they are using it and they're just not talking about it, or nobody's using it and I'm some kind of genius, but I'm not a genius. I just figured, hey, if it works for trolling and with the little spoons and stuff, crawler harness blades, it's probably going to work for that. And it has. And that's been our best color today. Dark day, it's a dark purple. So I think if you get out here with your blues and your light colors, in case it is a sunny day, and then you have a couple of these darker colors, especially like this purple one I've got, or the dark blue, again, that dark blue with the green belly, or the purples, I think you're in business. I've got some other purples and stuff. Didn't catch any today, but maybe they're a little bit too light. Also, just thought I'd mention these waterproof boxes that they seal in a few places. Nice at the end of the day if it's been rainy. You don't have you sit there and have to drain out all your boxes. Just something I thought I would tell you about. But and then you can see some of the lighter colors that I also have, the chartreuses, the same pattern that we've already been talking about. And then some reds, because those are in between colors. So there you have it. It's for March 30th. Water temp still isn't where you want it to be, to where it's lights out fishing. People are catching fish, so did we. Now I'm going to let you take a look at them, and I'm putting them back. Can you believe that? Let's take a look. So again, Wally and I have been out here a few hours, and it's really been tough. But again, you can see we've got 8. They're all keepers. Where's one? Number 2.
I can't believe he's throwing them in.
Yeah, I know, man, but I just like catching them. There's 3. Kind of a smaller guy, but he's still legal. 4. Woo. And these guys appreciate me letting them go, trust me. 5. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're still pretty active, huh? A few bigger males. 6. 7. Ooh, that was a good one. And again, there's another good 8. So, I would suspect that these were all males, and a couple of them were milking inside the boat. But the big girls aren't. I mean, we didn't catch any, and I didn't see any big fish caught. I just saw what I saw, and I saw males caught today. Fine, good size to eat and all that, but just the reason we're out here freezing and all this early in the season is hoping we can get one of those big females. And didn't happen for us today, but you can believe we'll be out here. If tomorrow wasn't Easter, you know where I'd be. I'd be right back out here. But the following weekend, when there's probably no parking spaces out of that 300 parking place lot over here at Lake Erie Metro Park, I'll try it again, and that'll be the first weekend in March or April rather, and usually that's, you know, it's wonderful. I think if it had been a little bit warmer water temp here, it would have been lights out, and all these people that are diehards like us would have done a lot better. But it's amazing what a week in the 50s and 60s will do. And that's what we got coming up all this next week, weather in the 50s. So if you're planning a trip to the Detroit River, yeah, this weekend was a little bit still early, but next weekend, woo! And the one after that, I'll be out all those weekends until this thing is over, and I'll follow up with a fishing report each weekend. How about that? So hey, for Walleye and I, we appreciate you tuning in. I hope that you'll like, and I hope that you'll subscribe. I'm coming up on that magic 1,000 subscribers. That's when I start getting $1 a month paid for being a YouTuber. So hopefully you'll like and subscribe, and you know, then you'll get a notification every time that we do one of these fishing reports. And like I said, we're gonna do one every day, and every day of every weekend until this thing is over with. So, and then we'll pick up with the trolling on Lake Erie and Lake Huron. So tune in. I hope you'll join us again. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. We'll see you next time out on the water, chasing them eyes.